What if I told you the most powerful man in European football isn't a player, but Florentino Pérez? No flexing money, no public displays of power. Yet a single decision from him can shake Real Madrid and send shockwaves across all of Europe. Behind the quiet exterior lies a world of hidden moves, ruthless strategy, and a level of luxury very few ever get to see. Discover 7 shocking truths about Florentino Pérez, and the final one may force you to see Real Madrid in a completely different way. Behind the Real Madrid empire, the life and dangerous power moves of Florentino Pérez. Florentino Pérez was born on March 8, 1947, in the working-class neighborhood of Pueblo Nuevo de San Julián in Madrid. He was the third of 5 children, raised without power, without privilege. His father, Eduardo Pérez, an Asturian who owned 2 small perfume shops, left no inherited fortune, but gave his son something far more valuable: a fierce sense of self-reliance and iron discipline. His mother stayed completely out of the public eye, a traditional woman who quietly held the family together, embodying the discretion and order that would follow Florentino throughout his life. At the age of 5, during a visit to the Santiago Bernabéu with his father, Florentino ran too fast through the stands celebrating a goal and split his lip. The scar remains to this day, an invisible mark binding his destiny to Real Madrid from childhood. Florentino Pérez graduated as a civil engineer from the Polytechnic University of Madrid, a detail that shaped not only his career but his worldview. Everything is a structure, and anything meant to last must be designed correctly from the foundation up. At 36, he and his partners acquired a near-bankrupt construction company for roughly $32,000. Where others saw risk, Pérez saw the future. That company later became ACS, a global construction and infrastructure giant operating in more than 50 countries, generating nearly $40 billion in annual revenue and employing over 200,000 people. Pérez rose to become one of Europe's most powerful construction magnates, earning an annual chairman's salary of approximately $7.6 million, with a current net worth estimated at around $800 million, reflecting not just wealth, but long-term control over capital and influence. In 2000, Florentino Pérez entered the Real Madrid presidential election and made the most outrageous promise in football history. "If I win, Luis Figo will leave Barcelona and join Real Madrid." Spain was stunned. Barcelona was furious. The media laughed. Pérez won the election, and Figo appeared in white. That moment was not just a transfer. It was a declaration of power. The Galacticos era was born, bringing Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, Beckham, and Owen to the Bernabéu, transforming Real Madrid from a legendary club into a global brand. After stepping down in 2006, Pérez did not disappear. He stepped back, observed, and waited. In 2009, he returned with a cold, unmistakable message. Real Madrid would dominate again, immediately. In his first summer back, Pérez launched Galacticos 2.0 with a transfer campaign that shook world football. He paid $94 million, a world record fee at the time, to bring Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United, making him the centerpiece of a new era. Alongside him came Kaká, the 2007 Ballon d'Or winner, a clear signal that Real Madrid remained the ultimate destination for the planet's biggest stars. Since then, Real Madrid have won 7 more Champions League titles, pushing their total to an unprecedented 15, along with countless other major trophies. According to Forbes, the club is now valued at approximately $6 billion, the highest in world football. But the greater the power, the harsher the price. Recently, After half a season of underwhelming performances and a visible drop in form, Real Madrid officially parted ways with head coach Xabi Alonso, who had been in charge for just over 7 months following his appointment in the summer of 2025. A 3-2 defeat to Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup was not merely a loss, it was the final trigger, leading to a swift and ruthless dismissal perfectly aligned with Florentino Pérez's style. No patience, no sentiment, no hesitation. As Real Madrid begins to lose its rhythm, the question is no longer who will coach the team next, but whether Florentino Pérez can still fully control the club's future. The man who twice resurrected Real Madrid from the ashes now faces the most dangerous test of his reign, proving that his era has not yet reached its final limit. Inside, Florentino Pérez's secret real estate empire few have ever seen. After building immense wealth and near absolute power, Florentino Pérez began investing in something that cannot be replicated: living space. He does not own hundreds of properties scattered across the globe like many other billionaires. Instead, every real estate asset he holds is located in some of the most valuable areas of Spain and beyond, chosen by one uncompromising standard: privacy, control, and long-term value. His primary residence is located in El Viso, Madrid, one of the capital's most discreet and expensive neighborhoods, home to politicians, top executives, and real power brokers. In 2003, Pérez purchased a plot of land measuring approximately 2,600 square meters for nearly $30 million. Rather than building a single mansion, he commissioned a complex of 13 independent yet interconnected houses, designed as a private family compound. Each of his children has a separate residence, all linked through shared common areas, ensuring absolute privacy while maintaining centralized control, perfectly aligned with Pérez's philosophy of power. Beyond Madrid, Florentino Pérez once owned one of Mallorca's most renowned luxury vacation properties, known as Villa Yasmin. This high-end seaside estate sits within a gated community and features 2 swimming pools, a private helipad, multiple auxiliary buildings, and uninterrupted views of the Mediterranean Sea. Pérez acquired the villa in 2005 for approximately $27 million, and it became a favorite retreat for him and his wife, Maria Ángeles Pitina Sandoval. After her passing in 2012, Pérez rarely returned to the property, and in 2017 he sold Villa Yasmin for around $30 million to the Schumacher family, closing a deeply personal chapter of his life. He later shifted focus to El Puerto de Santa Maria in Cádiz, where Pérez owns a 3-story residence for personal use, while also developing a complex of 28 high-end beachfront villas. This was not simply a place to stay, but a structured real estate project, clearly reflecting his mindset that property must always be tied to control, cash flow, and sustainable value, rather than pure indulgence. Most notably, Florentino Pérez has never limited his real estate footprint to Europe alone. He drew significant attention after spending roughly $40 million to acquire a luxury apartment in Manhattan, New York, reportedly within the iconic 157 Tower, one of the most exclusive and discreet addresses in the United States. The apartment offers expansive space, direct views of Central Park, and a fully self-contained amenities system built to global ultra-wealth standards. This is not a permanent residence, but a strategic anchor at the heart of the world's most powerful financial center, serving relationships, investments, and influence beyond football. The common thread across all of Florentino Pérez's real estate holdings is clear. No high-rise apartments, no flashy penthouses, no properties meant to be shown off. He chooses ground-level villas, gated compounds, and hard-to-access locations, places where power does not need to be seen. For Pérez, Real estate is not a symbol of luxury. It is territory. A place to step away from the lights of the Bernabéu, protect his private life, and maintain absolute control even when he is no longer in the public eye. Florentino Pérez's garage will shock you. Because there are no supercars. After anchoring his power in some of the most discreet real estate on the map, Florentino Pérez no longer needs to express himself through where he lives. The real silence lies in how he moves. For Pérez, a car is not meant to be seen. It exists to arrive on time, leave safely, and never be stopped. Florentino Pérez does not own Ferraris, Lamborghinis, or Bugattis, no hypercars, because to him, a supercar is not about attracting attention. It is about maintaining absolute control in every moment. The vehicle most closely associated with Florentino Pérez is the Audi A8, a luxury sedan favored by heads of state and global CEOs, with a price of around $120,000. Its understated exterior hides a nearly soundproof rear cabin, premium leather seating, and a suspension tuned for maximum smoothness. The Audi A8 functions as a mobile boardroom, where Pérez can read documents, make decisions, and step out of the car without revealing even the slightest disturbance. Alongside it is the BMW 8 Series Grand Coupe, priced at approximately $135,000, representing the balance between authority and motion. Low, long, and powerful beneath a refined exterior, this car does not seek attention. It is simply fast enough that no one dares to slow Florentino Pérez down when he arrives. The most striking vehicle in his garage is the BMW 7 Series Protection, the armored version, with an estimated value of around $110,000. Reinforced bodywork, multi-layer bulletproof glass, and advanced security systems are fully concealed beneath the appearance of a standard luxury sedan. This is no longer just transportation. It is mobile armor, a clear sign that Florentino Pérez operates at a level where personal security is part of a broader power strategy. None of the vehicles Florentino Pérez uses exist to be displayed or admired. They do not represent speed or spectacle, but absolute control, where every journey is calculated to arrive precisely and depart safely. For Florentino Pérez, a supercar is not measured in horsepower or price, but in silence powerful enough to make the entire system move aside automatically. Why doesn't Florentino Pérez need to own a private jet? If the ground is where Florentino Pérez controls the rhythm through discrete vehicles, then the sky is where he completely eliminates waiting. To Pérez, aircraft are not symbols of luxury, but strategic tools for controlling time. The most valuable asset for a man operating at the center of power. Florentino Pérez is known for traveling on business-class private jets, most notably the Dassault Falcon 2000, a mid- to long-range aircraft favored by CEOs and heads of state for its balance of range, reliability, and discretion. Valued at approximately $30 million, the Falcon 2000 can fly over 7,000 kilometers non-stop, allowing Pérez to travel directly from Madrid to most major European financial hubs without layovers or reliance on commercial schedules. The Falcon 2000's cabin is not designed to impress, but to remove distractions. Business-style leather seating, a fixed work table, high-level sound insulation, and soft lighting create an environment suited for reading reports, discussing strategy, or sitting in absolute silence before major decisions. This is not a place for relaxation. It is a mobile command center cruising at tens of thousands of feet. What truly sets Florentino Pérez's aviation lifestyle apart, however, is this. He doesn't just fly, he invests in the sky. Pérez is a shareholder and the force behind Fomento de Construcciones y Contratas, Fomento Aviation, a company specializing in private jet charter services for business leaders, politicians, and large corporations. This is not a mass-market industry, but a closed ecosystem where flight hours can be rented at rates of approximately $5,000 per hour or more, depending on the aircraft and configuration. There are no check-in photos, no cabin showcases, no attempts to turn each flight into a performance. In some of his most human moments, Pérez has even allowed Real Madrid players to use his aircraft for urgent family matters. And even then, everything was handled quietly, without press releases or public attention. In his world, the sky is not the final frontier. It is part of a lifestyle where time is compressed, distance is erased, and decisions always arrive one step ahead. Florentino Pérez does not fly to be seen. He flies to stay ahead of everyone, and to turn movement itself into an economic advantage. Florentino Pérez at sea. Silent luxury where no one is allowed to watch. If the sky is where Florentino Pérez controls time, then the sea is where he completely erases the role of power. For Pérez, a yacht is not a stage to be seen, but a space to disappear. No schedules, no flashing cameras, no obligation to prove anything, only absolute separation from the outside world. Florentino Pérez once owned a yacht approximately 32 meters in length named Patina after his late wife. Valued at an estimated $4.5 million during its operation, the vessel was never a flashy mega yacht favored by newly wealthy billionaires. Instead, it was designed with restraint. A compact profile, neutral colors, natural wood interiors, and living spaces sized for family and a very small circle of close friends. No party decks, no DJs, no loud Mediterranean nights. The yacht was used exactly in line with Pérez's philosophy of life, controlled rest. At sea, Florentino Pérez is not the president of Real Madrid, not a construction magnate, not a man making multi-billion-dollar decisions. He is simply someone who chooses silence as the highest form of luxury. His voyages typically followed the Spanish coastline or the Mediterranean, private enough to avoid media attention, familiar enough to require no sense of discovery. Notably, Florentino Pérez sold the yacht in 2022, closing a deeply personal chapter of his life. The decision was not financial, but philosophical. Everything exists only as long as it serves a purpose. When it no longer does, he steps away, without regret, without attachment. For Pérez, ownership has never been the goal. Control has always been the core principle. Behind Real Madrid. The little-known charitable work of Florentino Pérez. Leaving the sea, where Florentino Pérez chooses silence as a form of luxury, he steps into another space just as discreet: charity. In the same way he uses a yacht to disappear from the spotlight, Pérez gives without needing to be seen. Since 2001, in his role as president of the Real Madrid Foundation, Florentino Pérez has built a charitable system based on the combination of sport and education, rather than short-term aid. Social football schools were established in Morocco, Senegal, Brazil, and Mexico, before expanding across Africa and Latin America, targeting underprivileged children, immigrant communities, and those affected by violence and poverty. There is no pursuit of star players, no talent scouting. The sole focus is discipline, life skills, and a pathway back into formal education. Between 2010 and 2020, this system expanded into hundreds of projects across more than 70 countries, while also introducing programs for children with disabilities and at-risk youth facing social exclusion. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, the foundation maintained operations, redirecting funds toward food assistance, medical equipment, and emergency education support. In the 2023-24 season alone, the Real Madrid Foundation supported more than 125,000 people, delivering over 1,300 projects in more than 100 countries, including a $1 million contribution to disaster relief efforts in Spain. No personal branding, no loud media campaigns. For Florentino Pérez, charity functions much like his power, tightly organized, quietly executed, and designed to leave a lasting impact. And perhaps that is Florentino Pérez's most invisible legacy, not displayed in the Bernabéu's trophy room, not engraved on silverware, but living quietly in the lives that have been changed, long after the stadium lights have gone dark. The mysteries surrounding Florentino Pérez have never stopped Europe from watching. After more than 2 decades in power, the biggest question is no longer what he has achieved, but whether he still has a move strong enough to rebuild Real Madrid one more time. Because in elite football, every decision Pérez makes doesn't just affect Real Madrid, it shapes the balance of power across Europe. What do you think about the future of Florentino Pérez and Real Madrid under his reign? Is this the final chapter of a glorious era, or merely the silence before another surge that forces all of Europe to bow once again?